Filming has now begun for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and although yesterday we got the official reveal for the new Tom Holland Spider-Man suit, now the cameras are rolling, we are getting all angles of this new suit, from the mask, up close look at the web shooters, and back shots from Spider-Man. Oh, we're gonna be glazing these new set photos hard, but we also got some more details involving the armored truck that they're filming, another villain added on into the movie that we haven't heard about, all that stuff here for you guys, so hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on the suit. But alright, kicking things off, I woke up this morning to the pleasant surprise of Spider-Man back shots, several videos, and hundreds of photos of the brand new suit, and okay, lot to digest with this. It has been now about 24 hours since Spidey fans and the internet have gotten a look at that official video from Sony revealing the new suit, and as you would have it, lot of complaining. I think all around it's mainly been positive, but I was shocked to hear some of the complaints people had with the new suit. A couple of the stuff I was seeing is of course the new bulky web shooters, but that was honestly expected, and I'm waiting to see how they're used in the movie before I complain more. I'm okay with it because it adds that homemade feel to this Peter Parker now that he doesn't have all the money from a billionaire to just get his stuff. But some of the other weird complaints I was getting is people said that Tom Holland actually looked too skinny in the suit, that he lost his muscles. The symbol on the chest was not in the right position and it should be moved a little bit more up. And the weirdest one is that the belt should be a lot more pointier than it is in the suit. That having this kind of flat look doesn't help out Spider-Man, and that even Tom Holland's torso looks a little off. Guys, what are we doing here? This is easily the best Tom Holland Spider-Man suit that we've gotten, and we're nitpicking? But I will say, a lot of these set photos have changed people's minds on some of those nitpicks. I think that official first look was a little skewed because of the wide-angle lens they used, so Tom Holland could do a close-up on the camera, and a wide-angle lens will mess with body proportions and things look off. I don't think Tom Holland's torso looks really long, or that the belt looks completely flat. I think it is coming in at an angle, and there is no way you think Tom Holland looks out of shape in this suit. You can literally see the outline of his abs in some of these shots. Bunch of J. Jonah Jamesons yesterday, man. It was kind of crazy. But okay, getting aside from some of those complaints and looking at the brand new masks that we got here, I think to no one's surprise, it is basically going with the same design mask that Tom Holland has worn in his previous Spider-Man suits, which, yeah, I would have liked them to have switched it up. Maybe we've seen concept art of different looks of the lenses. Some of those look very appealing, but I think the eyes really help you keep in with the specific style of this Spider-Man. But the major difference with this, though, is that the lenses are actually bigger. Only slightly, but it is a big enough change that I think it does make it way more appealing to look at. Putting it side by side, you can see the black and the white part of the lenses have grown, and that just kind of characteristic makes it look and feel more Spider-Man-ish to me. So I'm very happy with them keeping the same style eyes, just making them bigger. I think that's a really good change. Even now, seeing the suit out in daylight, my goodness, they got the perfect shade of red and blue. I'm so happy they didn't go with that baby blue silky look from the end of No Way Home, because these set photos are making this suit look gorgeous. Just another reason that, please, Sony, Marvel, do not cover this in a layer of CGI. It already looks so good, and it's just Tom Holland taking pictures with fans and hanging out on set. I will say though, it's pretty funny. I guess Tom Holland isn't able to sign stuff because the ink or markings might get on the suit. But I can only imagine what a fan in that moment was thinking.
Tom, I can't take it because I'll get it on my glove.
You know how much I sacrificed?
If we do look at some of the back angles of Spider-Man, it is the same symbol as the front. I know some people really wanted the classic spider logo, but it just wouldn't have made all that much sense, and I'm totally fine with the spider symbol matching the one on the front chest. Moving on to a closer shot of the new web shooters, you can really see them. They are really just updated versions of the web shooters Tom Holland would wear in his homemade Spider-Man suit. It's following a lot of the same design patterns. It is just smaller, but for for this version of Peter Parker, who hasn't been spending the last 5 years of him being Spider-Man tinkering with his own gadget because he was just handed them by Tony Stark, he hasn't been able to get those web shooters down as much. I feel like there will be story purpose for it and an evolution involved with these web shooters. Of course, I know they do stick out even from far away with some of these set photos. Like, those web shooters just be a shining. Feels like they would also just be an inconvenience for this Spider-Man. But again, I'm waiting to see how they're used in the movie. And if they change anything in the suit following the next couple of movies, it'll definitely be the size and look of these web shooters. But this Spider-Man suit, right out the gate, love it, no hesitation, thinking it's gorgeous. I mean, some of these shots look like something straight out of an Alex Ross painting. But all right, moving on to some other details involved with the scene that they're currently filming. So it looks like from some of the set videos that Tom Holland is chasing this armored truck, trying to get inside and stop who's ever in it. I know that we've gotten photos of the inner demon symbol, but we are actually getting word on the street from a lot of scoopers that Mr. Negative and the Inner Demons might not be part of this. It's still not 100% clear, but some people are saying tame your expectations on a Mr. Negative appearance. And instead, we're being told that it's actually the Punisher driving this armored truck and that he's trying to get to Scorpion, who has been arrested at this point in the movie. Remember, just because this is one of the first scenes that they're filming does not mean this is the opening of the movie, the end of the movie. A lot of movies film out of order, and this is just one of their big set pieces. But what some people are saying is that Tom Holland Spider-Man is trying to stop the Punisher from going after Scorpion and killing him because Peter Parker just doesn't believe in that way of thinking. Aside from that though, Daniel RPK has also revealed another Spider-Man villain that is attached to this movie that we have not heard about until now, and that's the inclusion of a lower level Spider-Man villain known as Ramrod. And man, Boomerang, Tarantula, Ramrod, they're really digging at the bottom of the Spider-Man villain list. To have them included in this film, I really am thinking that these are just lower level thugs. I don't know how much we will actually see them in their comic book counterpart, like fully dressed up in a suit, actually using boomerangs, or like Ramrod here, who's supposed to be this half man, half cyborg with a really strong head. I feel like they could just be them by name. I think of it the same way we got Shocker in Spider-Man Homecoming, where like, yeah, that's Shocker, and sure, he has the actual Shocker gauntlets, but he never really wore the suit, was never fully in costume, was barely even called that. I'm thinking it might end up being that same level of attention for these other villains, but if they go a little bit more out and comic booky, put them in the suits and actually give Spider-Man and them a decent battle, I'll be happy, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. But I just keep going back to that amazing suit. It feels almost like a fantasy. It finally coming to life. Spectacular to look at. If this be my destiny to finally admit Tom Holland Spider-Man got a peak suit, then I's admit it. This is clearly a superior Spider-Man. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. The meme is dead. But you're itching. You're like, oh, do it, Chris. Do it, Chris, please. I leave it off to you guys. How do you feel about some of these set photos and different angles and looks? Your thoughts on these possible plot points of Punisher going after Scorpion, Spider-Man trying to stop him, this newer villain, Ramrod, being added on into the movie. And to everything, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.